see. Maybe I'm here. Does anybody know if I'm here? Something.
No.
There we go.
Yep.
So theoretically, we're back. I'm going to view in control room. Oh man, why is it saying not enough? Right off the get, man.
That's just weird.
I guess I could try resetting my modem. I don't trust that. Damn, everyone comes back too, and it's still doing this. Huh. I just don't know what to do because I've never had it happen.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm getting a little bit of feedback through here
Let
now.
me see something. If I... Why is this on? Oh, maybe. Do I do this? I wonder if this cuts me out. All right, you're still here.
Yeah, sorry.
It's so funny because I heard how I said it after, like I was disappointed, but I was all more curious because I switched from Wi-Fi to whatever this setting, and it. Oh, okay. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be working. Oh, but then it's receiving a video. No, right back to poor. Damn, it was good for a second.
I thought you said right back to porn. I went, what?
Yeah. No, we didn't go that far yet. We're staying on topic. We'll see. Yeah, I haven't had to deal with that. I can tell that'll be a bummer. We were gonna rule the algorithm.
Well, I say getting up to 15, and we was even just before we ended. We was on sort of 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
We broke the internet.
We broke it. Yeah, between you
That's how it happens.
self-inflicting
Who knew?
pain upon yourself and the war horn.
Who knew?
Or you could also blame onto Starbucks pants. That's got to have had an effect somewhere.
Ogren. I always loved the guard Ogrins and like Imperial Guard. I always loved the concept of them, like especially like back in the day, because it was kind of like you're just kind of some half a podunk stuck in with everything else that can kill you. You know, there's like Marines, there's Ogrins, there's all these like talented things, and then you're like a guard. You're like, oh boy.
Well, there's lots of little instances with the guard where they don't get the greatest of training.
Yeah.
Normally, they're just like recruits are just bundled onto a troop ship, but then by the
Gotta make
time
it
they
happen.
travel from A to B, they've given rifles and armor and told basically what to do. Then it's down to their own reconnaissance.
We'll go golfing with our friends, and we very rarely will like practice at all or like go to a driving range or anything. But we're always like, what do we say? Uh, 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 like because can you golf without practice? Where I was like, well, anyone can practice and get good at it, but can you just go out there and hit good with never practicing? I'm
Yeah,
always
that's
like, we're always laughing about that because we don't go and get enough practice. It's like, yeah, can you just go out there and do it? Oh, good old guard.
so. Are we? Oh, we're back on.
I don't know. I think we're on, but it's still saying
Well,
I'm poor here.
I'm getting messages coming through. We're here. Are you back in business? Apparently, back in the room. Yes.
Yeah, I
Give
see
the machine
everything
a fresh
going. I
cup of
don't see
tea.
it lagging, even though, okay, now it says back to excellent connection. So maybe,
Woohoo! Oh, just heard myself come back in my ears. Oh my god.
so there you
Uh,
go.
yeah, back from the bunk, Jinx. We good? We hope so, Crimson.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
like we're good now. On my end, it shows that we're good.
I'm gonna power on. We're gonna power on through.
I know,
Yeah.
and I got totally distracted with all that, and I can tell I'm off rhythm with paint overs.
Well, before the rude interruption that we had previously, which we will not talk about,
Yeah.
um, just in case the FBI are listening. Um, that there was one conversation where there was a question asked about who had the tighter pants. Well, if Starbucks pants from the original Battlestar Galactica were they David Bowie as the Goblin King in Labyrinth tight, or were they
Oh,
Brandon Lee,
yeah.
sorry, the Crow tight? We need an
Oh,
answer
wait.
for this at some point.
Okay, so
Um,
I don't remember Starbucks offhand. Now that you mentioned Lee's, I can remember him in whatchamacallit being super tight, like thin leather or whatever they were. Who was David Bowie in whatchamacallit, did you
in
say?
Labyrinth, yeah. I, I,
Yeah,
I, I think Bowie was the tighter pair. That's what I'm going with.
yeah, I could.
Um,
Oh God, I have to think. I would, for just what I think. I remember those. I think, but I would have to go with Brandon Lee, and I don't remember why that one stuck with me. I think it was because I remember a lot of the design in the show. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look at who knew. Who knew such a deep question would get asked?
I know, I know. This is
And
this is the place where
that's like one of those where do you go with that?
those deep questions get asked
Yeah.
here during the paint over.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to find the answers for everyone present. This is our purpose in life: to paint over things and to answer the questions that are on your mind. Oh yeah, Crimson's blaming Nids.
Yeah.
Um, oh no, it was, right then. You said something about me being right about kids. I don't even remember that. But we will praise the Man Emperor because it's the right thing to do at times, or the Emperor of Man. There was a conversation that we were having before we come on. I'm not sure if it carried over online. We was talking about Imperial Guard, because we like Imperial Guard. the, the poor schmoes of the Imperium, the masses, the untold billions of guardsmen, or Astra Militarum, as they are sort of also
Yeah.
known as, um, where they get their training from, where they end up not living very long in most situations. It's a hard life in the guard.
Oh yeah.
But there's
But
several
sometimes you get to
stories.
die quick.
Yeah, that's always a benefit in some cases. Oh my god, there's a huge slobbering monster coming towards us,
Yeah.
and death.
Yeah.
But it's the whole thing about fixing of bayonets
Yeah.
can win any war that the Guard are involved in. It's just, I think it was actually part of the Imperial Guard primer that was like a little booklet that was released, sort of
Yeah.
like what guardsmen should actually do and do not do.
Oh yeah, I think I remember some of that. It's kind of like they used to do that in the military here with their little booklets. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, affixing bayonets will always get you through any situation that is going to be perilous and deadly. Um, but yeah, it's the also with the I say there's loads of guys out hobbyists who do some really awesome work with Imperial Guard armies of various
Oh yeah.
denominations. Like the Krieg ones are still some of the
I
best.
agree. I just think the sculpts, like that, because it's that throwback gear and it's mixed in well with the sci-fi.
Yeah, and it's the whole like the gas mask. I think they were sort of an evolution from the Armageddon Steel Legion
Yeah.
because they when they brought them out, they had the mask because obviously the poisonous atmosphere that they were fighting in on Armageddon, and they became like quite a big sort of army, not as big as like how the Cagians sort of took over as the sort of default Astra Militarum model. Because back in those glorious days when you had like the Praetorians and the Morgian Iron Guard, Talon Raiders, amongst others, with their own little sort of not perks, sorry, their own little style. So obviously based on like either like the British Army at the turn of the
Yeah.
20th century with their pith helmets. Morgian were sort of like the sort of Prussian, sort of Germanic World War One sort of style, uniform wise anyway. Talon based on sort of like World War Two Saudi
Yeah.
soldiers
Yeah.
working alongside Lawrence of Arabia, amongst others. But yeah, it's sorry, just get distracted by George Clooney and Batman type being an
I
option.
saw. So that's the one I was waiting to comment. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was cracking up at that.
Crimson's going back into Dune territory. The honoured Martres coming back from the scattering. Yes. No, because he brought back the honoured Martres because they came back in book 5 and 6. So a Chapter House Dune and Heretics of Dune. So he got the ball rolling, but obviously the last 2 books, Hunters of Dune and Sandworms of Dune, got done by his son and Kevin J. Anderson. It was Kevin J. Anderson, isn't it? They worked together to make the one book into 2 books, as they like to do when they find manuscripts and ideas that was accumulated for those books. But yeah, so the Honoured Martres with their weaponized sex tactics, because it was all about the Nunu and what they could do. Remember when you had to go to special stores for that? What for? Are we talking about the Brandon Lee tight pants, or are we talking? Love Creed,
Wait,
love the comic
are
style.
tight pants like in still? They all wear. Okay, so everyone probably all wears tight pants. I guess they're always in. I guess.
No, I'm a baggy guy. I just
Well, I
I like
know, but I mean,
cargo
like
pants.
normal people, yeah. But I mean, like I guess movie stars and whatever, they're always wearing tight
Oh,
stuff.
hold on a second. You calling me normal? How dare you? How very dare you
Yeah, but
call
what
me
is
normal?
normal nowadays? Who knows?
I don't know. As long as you're
Everybody's
wearing
normal to
clothes,
me.
you're fine.
Like I sit in a room drawing paint overs all day. Like I don't, I'm
I don't
long
get out
past whatever
much.
normal is.
Uh,
See,
yeah,
King
love
Crimson
Krieg,
went
love the
with Brandon
commissar
Lee
job.
too.
Huh?
King
Sorry.
Crimson. My vote was with Brandon Lee, and he said Brandon Lee too.
Yeah, there's no way Starbuck is as toit like a toiger.
They couldn't make the
Like
same material back then.
no, and
He would
obviously
have been.
the Goblin King is David Bowie, and you cannot compare David Bowie to anybody.
I mean, that's
Nobody
true. It's like
compares
who?
in
Yeah,
that
I mean,
tube.
David Bowie's David Bowie.
Yeah, you just can't. You just can't. It's not allowed. It's like you can't touch that property. Like you can't have a go at Betty White. Um, you can't. No, no. So yeah, I'd go with Brandon Lee Toit as well. So that might be. Yeah, I don't know what the other people are saying. Anyone else wants to chip in on this?
Yeah, and
Earth
this deep
shattering
question: who wore the
deep
tightest?
question.
Never did I think I was going to be live streaming and answering questions about who wore the tightest pants.
Yeah.
Not how I seen in my life projection. That's just not how I seen it going.
I don't think Leaky's back in the chat because I would have really liked his take on this whole
Yeah.
conversation. What have we got there? Lady Commissar from Wargaming exclusive for the Krieg, and it's beautiful. That's always good. Yeah, some of those exclusive models they do bring out, they are again they do put the effort in and they are worth getting. And it's just sometimes it's really hard to get those exclusive models, especially in this day and age of hobby
Yeah.
scalpers.
And I would see it's tough when you really like one and you can't get it. Like there's not many because I'm a total casual, so I'll still see some that I'll like. But like if you're really into it and you see one that like fits your army perfect and you can't get it, that would be a big bummer.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you don't want to be in a situation where these exclusive models come out and you see them, you go, "Oh, I'd really like that," just to finish off.
Yeah.
And being disappointed when you can't, and then you have your hopes raised when you see it on
Yeah. You're like, oh,
eBay or
this is the
something,
perfect thing.
and then it's like stupid money. It's
Yeah.
just like it's horrible. Ed, I love Pandorek's novel where the guard fights so well that they're allowed a day to remember their companions before they're all turned into servitors for having seen the Grey Knights. Oh, yeah, that would really. That's one thing I don't really like about the way the Inquisition works in 40k.
Over thorough.
Yeah, it's like Armageddon's had its population replaced several times over
Yeah.
because of certain situations. Again, in a previous conversation, we was talking about the Emperor's Gift, which, funnily enough, happens on Armageddon. The Space Wolves were there fighting alongside many famous Imperial Guard regiments and other Space Marine chapters, Titan Legios, and all that. And Angron, I think it was the second war when Chaos turned up. And Angron took to the field, Bloodletters, Bloodthirsters,
Yeah.
everything Khorne had was there. And they were repelled, sent back to the warp because of the Grey Knights and stuff. Now, the Inquisition was basically going to go, right, okay, right, Astartes, get off planet, Titans, get off planet, Guardsmen and population, you're all going to get purged.
You stay here.
Yeah, you stay here and die. and it was like Logan Grimnar pulled up and said, "Hold on a second, like there was no fighting at all around this hive city. Nobody like was involved in it, you know, but because of the whole, we can't let this secret of these chaos getting out.
Yeah.
We got to kill them." And like the Space Force went no, and they actually ended up going to war against the Inquisition because they helped numerous ships get off planet.
Yeah.
Uh, and started a war where you had Grey Knights and other Space Marine chapters fighting against Space Wolves, which was, you know, I think they had better things to do with their time.
Yeah.
But at the same point, if you've seen Chaos, yeah, fair
Well, yeah,
enough.
they're because they're just assuming again, like so the Emperor's saying, okay, this stuff is so dark that some of these people's minds are going to be infested with it, and they're never going to be able to get it out. So a certain percentage of them will, flip and whatever. So
Yeah,
it's not worth the risk. So it's
yeah.
like,
Well, they're fair game.
yeah,
But it was like a city that was not involved in the war whatsoever.
yeah,
Uh, you know, away from all the fighting, nothing happened there, and like many billions just get killed.
yeah.
Come to our happy camps, inquisitional happy camps, where you'll learn to be happy. Very very short time. Um, and yes,
That's why I
um,
like my grimdark in the books and not real life.
yeah. But yeah, it's the Inquisition are a little bit, slimy like that.
Yeah,
But they're doing their job how they think they should be doing it. But then there are so many different Inquisitors out there who have totally different ideas about how to do things. There's no sort of set guideline. And if you actually read Dan Abnett's Eisenhorn uh, book series, um, you actually see where he starts off and where he ends up are totally two different areas. Because like the longer you're in service doing that job, the more you become more towards the heretical because of
yeah,
what you've learned and what you use to fight. You know, your intentions might still be pure, but
yeah. But
your
you're gonna get gritty.
actions, yeah. So yeah, so Bowie was tighter. Yes, totally, totally tight. Just slipping into gold member.
Yeah, I think we were talking about Gold Member, I think in Discord the other day. Mike Myers.
Yeah, yeah. I do love Austin Powers movie. They are pure cheese, and they just do everything for the quick laugh, but they're still enjoyable.
Yeah, it's just a total like slapstick almost.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because obviously he's Canadian,
Yeah,
working for an American audience, but he's also brought up on English um, TV because obviously his dad was from like Liverpool, uh,
yeah,
and yeah, so he's got all that to work with, and
yeah. You got a good little mix in there, a little cocktail of creativity, inspiration.
but it was a very good film. I'm not sure if they're doing a fourth one.
I first like I thought I almost heard something. I couldn't believe it. So maybe it's just like I don't even know why I think I heard that because it doesn't seem to make sense.
So, uh, Ed's returning with the comedy of Dark Angels would have wiped a planet as a matter of principle.
Oh no, here we go. It's giving me the poor status stream. We'll see. Let's be good.
It's all about a Titan